Hello, hello! Welcome back to N25 Event Summaries. Allow me to get my apologies out of the way first. I'm sorry, Kanade, I forgot about your mixed event. Picture this. It's a normal day in January. Toya 5 just wrapped up on the EN server, and you can't really remember what event takes place between that and the yearly Valentine's Day event, when suddenly, Kanade's face shows up on the event announcement. It's a Kanade mixed focus, and you completely forgot. So yes, my bad. This video is a bit late. Show Your Shine ran on the JP server from January 21st through the 29th, 2025. Depending on how long it takes for me to produce this video, the event will either be in its final few days or will have just ended on the EN server. The featured units this time around are Leonid and VBS. Without further ado, let's get right into the story. As we're all aware of by now, Kanade doesn't really care about fashion or her appearance that much. She's been wearing the same clothes since middle school. But, as a result of that, the wear and tear on her clothes has started interfering with her daily life. She bought some new clothes online, but they weren't as warm as she had hoped, so she'll have to go to a store in person. Reluctantly, I might add. She can't even get 2 steps into the shopping district before she's nearly swindled by some marketing campaign. But luckily, Saki swoops in and leads Kanade away before anything nefarious could happen. Kanade thanks Saki for her help, and the two talk about their plans for the day. I'm sure you can probably guess that Saki is also coincidentally headed towards the mall, and after talking about the sorts of things they're looking for, Saki asks to help Kanade choose her new jacket. I think this is a great idea. Kanade should get to have something cute to wear in the winter, and I don't trust her enough to choose for herself. The actual shopping for the coat goes really well, thanks to Saki's expertise and consideration of Kanade's stamina. Even though they got the purpose of their trip wrapped up quickly, Saki admits to wanting to talk to Kanade more. Ichika goes on and on about her composer friend, which has left Saki wanting to know more about her from the source. Unfortunately, Saki does have to go to work, so she and Kanade exchange information and agree to meet up another day. Saki messages Kanade that night while she's on call with the others. The 3 other members of Night Court always rush to encourage Kanade when she's talking to new friends, and today is no different. I love how much they all want Kanade to go out and live her life outside of music. Kanade accepts Saki's invitation to have tea with her and Ichika in a few days. On the day of their meetup, the conversation naturally drifts to songwriting. Ichika isn't the only inspiring songwriter after all. Ichika suddenly mentions an assignment she and Saki were given in their art class, depicting a theme through a variety of mediums. The theme is shine. Ichika wants to try drawing Miku, as you might expect, and Saki wants to go for the fashion route. The only problem is that Saki needs a model. She could do it herself, but this vision she has of what she wants to create just wouldn't work for a person like her. But, it might work for a person like Kanade. Saki officially asks Kanade to be her model, and though hesitant, Kanade accepts. Kanade has this thing where she feels like she has to pay back everyone for every little thing they do for her, and since Saki helped her choose a new winter coat, Kanade feels as though she owes it to Saki to try, even though she doesn't really think she's fit to be a model. Several days pass by, and Saki is ready with her first drafts of the outfits and hairstyles she wants to try. The 3 girls have a cute little planning session where Kanade basically has Saki fawn over her looks and hair for an entire afternoon. Some more days pass, and now Saki takes Kanade to a makeup store. Saki borrows clothes from Musique and Shizuku. Overall, this is taking a really long time, but they keep cutting to several days later for each new piece of information. How long is the assignment supposed to take? Oh, okay, they're on a video call while talking about the clothes. Saki says she's phoning in a friend from school who offered to help. It's Kohane! Spoilers for the VBS storyline, but at this point, VBS is in America. That's why they're doing a video call instead of meeting in person. They ask Kohane about the photography side of things. Kanade will need to have her photo taken as a model after all. Even more days pass. But now, at least, the photoshoot has already happened? Okay, yes, the photoshoot has happened. But as Saki and Kanade look over the prints, Saki can't help but feel like something is missing. Kanade wonders aloud if Saki is stuck with a part of the project, which is partly true. She's just worried that the shine theme isn't being presented enough through these photos. Kanade can't quite understand what Saki is thinking of specifically, but she can understand the feeling. Sometimes, when Kanade is writing songs, she gets a similar feeling. Something's just off. The feeling isn't right, and it's not matching her initial vision. The only thing to do now is keep trying until the final product matches the image they all had at the start. You know what that means? More days pass! I think this is just to give Kanade ample time to recover after hanging out in person with someone as energetic as Saki. Oh, here's our obligatory Sekai visit. Kanade is worrying about Saki a little too much, to the point where she can't focus on her work. So a Sekai break it is. Rin is sitting over by the lake, and when Kanade approaches, she asks if her brooch is crooked. Aw, Musique brought her a brooch. Rin asks if Kanade wears these sorts of things. Girl, take one look at Kanade and ask her that again. You've known her for how long now? She wears the same thing every day. Oh, but I suppose Rin is asking about the modeling photo shoot in particular, since she heard about it from Musique. After the obligatory dumping our problems onto the Vocaloid session, Rin offers some advice. Usually when Kanade gets stuck on composing, she tries to understand the person or situation better in order to express it properly. This little bit of clarity seems to be just what Kanade needed, and she heads out of the Sekai with new ideas. The next day, Kanade invites Saki to the usual diner and relays her discoveries and solutions. So basically, this turns into Saki asking Kanade questions about herself. Kanade's favorite food is cup ramen. She has a really accurate internal clock. Her best subject is music, and her worst is PE, to absolutely no one's shock. Saki's final question is way more introspective than the others. What is music to you? Kanade's answer is, something that I have to keep making, I guess. Wow, Kanade, would it kill you to admit that you like doing it at least a little bit? She repeats her usual mantra about making songs that save people as her answer, and Saki asks to listen to some of Nightcourt's music as research. And finally, after a few songs, Saki understands now. She knows what she wants to express, how to show Kanade's shine. They keep saying that in the event, okay, I'm sorry. It's not an intentional pun, I swear. The two go right back to the Tenma household, and Saki picks an outfit for Kanade right away. It doesn't take long either, which means she can launch right into her hair and makeup. After a quick little montage, the look is completed, and Kanade looks absolutely beautiful. The shine that Saki wanted to express is the same that's present in all of Kanade's songs. Maybe this is her warmth that Nightcourt always talks about? Mafiu always says that Kanade's songs feel warm, a kind of feeling only Kanade is able to produce. Saki compliments Kanade in her music a little more before showering her in photos, which fades into the afternoon. Want to take a guess at what happens next? If you guessed another several-day time skip, you'd be correct. This is the last one, I promise. Saki finally turned in the assignment and received high praise from her teacher, so she sent over the photos along with profuse gratitude to Kanade. Looking at the pictures, Kanade really does look like a different person. But maybe dressing up like this every once in a while isn't so bad. Okay, that's that. I'm glad this was a short event, if only because I, again, completely forgot about it, and I'm trying to get this out to you all as fast as I can. I promise I only skipped over the extraneous details, no more than usual. There's going to be a string of mixed focuses for a bit because this time last year, the Project Sekai movie was airing in theaters in Japan, so Sega wanted the focus to be on the theaters rather than the commissioned events. That's not to say there weren't any songs released, but the amount of mixed events is a little higher than usual. Now, for real this time, Unreliable Notes is up next. I've been trying to be all secretive about it in my outros, but I'm just too excited not to mention it by name. I'll see you then!